Hey, welcome back to the One Minute Trader podcast. And today I want to talk a little bit about developing a mindset that clings to nothing. It's said that one of the great patriarchs of the Zen tradition, Wei Ning, was enlightened upon hearing a single verse of the Diamond Sutra, which is one of the key teachings in Buddhism. That verse can be translated in various ways, but the key line in it goes something like this: develop a mind that clings to nothing. Imagine having a mind that is like that and doesn't get attached to something, whether it's happening or not. And this is really important as it comes to trading. If the mind doesn't get attached, it doesn't need things to be a certain way. It doesn't need the market to behave in a certain way, and it doesn't need it to be anywhere at any particular time. All of our difficulties probably as a trader would be eased. If the market irritated you because you are attached to a particular way you want it to behave, and when it doesn't get that way, you are unhappy. If your mind didn't cling to what you wanted, you would probably be fine with how the market was behaving. In fact, you might have even some compassion for the market and what it's doing, as you could see what it is doing. So think about this as you're going forward. Every difficulty is typically caused by clinging to or trying to change what is actually happening. Stress when you're overwhelmed, procrastination when you don't want to work on something difficult or do an uncomfortable exercise, loneliness, shutting your heart down in an argument, overeating, bad financial habits, and much more. All of these things are typically caused by clinging. So let's look at how we can develop a mind that is not clinging. So I'm not going to pretend that I never cling to an idea or a thought as it relates to the markets, nor that it's easy to develop a mindset that clings to nothing. This is something that 28 years into trading, I'm still working on. And I'm not attached to having it develop overnight, okay? Or ever really getting there completely. I have to have some compassion to myself and knowing that I'm going to make mistakes. To that extent that we practice, it is helpful. So here's how I would practice this notion of not clinging to what the market is going to do or is doing. Start by just noticing when you are clinging. It's hard at first, but once you start to see, you can notice it all the time. When you don't like the way the market is moving, that's clinging. When you need to have your coffee, that's clinging. When you overeat, procrastinate, get frustrated, lash out, run to your favorite distractions, shut someone out, these are all ways of clinging. Just start noticing without judgment. Notice how it feels when you're clinging. What do you notice about your mind? What do you notice about the sensations in your body? Get curious and start to fine-tune your attention so that you can notice the smallest details. Hey, practice meditation. I've been doing it now for about a year and a half. I still am imperfect at it. I try to do it at the same time during about midday of the markets, 5 to 10 minutes, at least, 4 to 6 times a week is what I try to do. Extend it to 10 to 15 minutes after you've been doing it for about a month. And notice when you are putting off the meditation, clinging to wanting to check your phone, for example, or when you are wanting to get up from your seat before the meditation is over, or when you are clinging to anything during that meditation and not really focused on the now. Practice letting go. It's kind of relaxing of the tightening of your mind and body. So it's relaxing of your grasp on how you want things to be. It's easier when you don't care that much. So practice in easier situations at first. It's saying to yourself, I don't need things to be my way. I don't need them to be any way. I'm content either way. All right? Because no matter what happens, the universe is pretty much freaking amazing and will do what it's going to do. Notice the self-centeredness of clinging. When you are clinging to something, it's because you are at the center of your universe. You want things to be your way, to meet your desires, or avoid your aversions, to be the way you like it. This is when we have to put ourselves at the center of everything. This is not judgmental, but just a noticing of perspective. Expand your perspectives beyond your self-focused view to get out of the clinging, all right? Understand that there are times like this that you're not going to be able to do anything about it. Just let it go. Stop loss, stop trading, whatever it is, you have to let it go. This is helpful when you're clinging too much. When we expand, we no longer need things to be our way when we want them. See the beauty in everything, whether the market's with you or against you. The immense, profound awesomeness in this will help you to stop clinging to things as they are. This won't get you all the way, but if it gets you a little bit closer every time, you'll become a better performer in the markets. The way to develop a mind that clings to nothing is to first continue to let go. Moment after moment, notice the clinging and then let go over and over again. And then to expand yourself beyond your narrow perspective, to see the interconnectedness of all things, to appreciate the beauty of the markets that are going against you or with you, to not see yourself as separate from everything else, but as a part of it all together, and fall in love with that fact. It sounds corny, but fall in love with the fact that you're just accepting the way things are. Hope that helps. It's a simple practice that, again, I've been working on for a number of years now. I have some compassion with myself, and I try to let go of that and stop clinging to anything that is keeping you from what actually is. All right, I'm Matt Davio for the 1 Minute Trader. We'll talk to you on the other side.